are as live can be. Like grass is green, we are alive and live at the same time. Welcome, y'all.
That's you heard what the man said. We are here, the very unofficial War Robots podcast, for your annual dose of War Robots therapy. It's a special week, as is a lot of times here at the Droopy Sack Entertainment Network.
Oh yeah,
I've got both of my boys back, my muses, which combined, we are the triumvirate power that is the War Robots Best Friends Network. Hey guys, what's up, my man Higgy?
What's up, y'all? What's up, Vaughn? Wilbur? How's
Jason's
the audio?
What's
up, Gucci? I just want to make sure that the audio is good.
There it is. You got it all checked out? Okay.
Yeah.
All our levels good. Nobody's screaming at anybody too loud or too softly.
Nah.
Well, we all are.
What up?
Several of you that may be newer to the program because we are doing video don't realize, perhaps, that we have approximately 50 episodes of the show.
Dang.
All of which, minus perhaps one, are occupied by Mr. Higgles. And if you are not aware, iTunes and Podbean are the key. You need to get into it. You need to get into the back episodes. And just within a short time, you'll realize how important Higgy is to my sanity, along with DSAC's. How you doing, Higgy? It's good to have you back.
I'm good. If you could just tell my wife that, that'd be great. But I'm important
get her in
to
the
somebody's
room, and
sanity.
get her in the room, and I shall lobby for you. I don't know that she'll like exactly what I have to say, but I'll try to make as pretty as possible. What we're gonna do tonight, kids, we're having fun with the video format a little bit. We have certain limitations with the equipment, but we also can do a lot of really cool snizzles. So, is my too low? Am I a little bit better this way?
Yeah, bring it a little bit closer.
Is that better?
Am I too low? Am I too low?
No, that sounds good now. It sounds good.
Sorry about
right
that.
Here? Is that good right here?
You just told me my level is.
Is my level good?
Your levels are good. Y'all just beautiful.
Right, back to what I was saying. What the hell was I saying? You guys, man.
Well, you were entering the room and you were saying, "Get out the way, y'all. Get out the way, y'all." Biggie Smalls just got shot.
I know where we are. Droopy is going to be playing because he really enjoys playing and streaming.
I love playing, y'all. I love playing.
He will answer any questions he can get a chance to. In between games, we're going to try to engage him as much as possible. Jason may be playing a little bit.
All right, Dragon.
But since we haven't had him here in a while, we're going to try to get as much of his opinion as possible and maybe even not even let him play very much.
Yeah.
So, those of you that want to and are friends with Josh, he's going to be squadding. He's got Michael from our
turn on the
podcast
volume just a
Mafia
little
is with
bit.
him right now, and they're going to be squadding up. Anybody else? Send him a note on the stream, and he will pick you up as best he can. Now, if you are in a lower league, prepare yourself. You are going to see some lime green more so than maybe usual. CDXX Heat. Get used to those monikers because you're going to see them. 1% shall be there to haunt your dreams.
All up in your dreams. It's all haunting it.
All up in your dreams. I have to find our stream here, guys, so that I can see our chat. So let me get on to that. And it looks like we've got 21 watching already. That's awesome.
Yeah, welcome everyone.
See you guys. Yeah, sorry. Once again, Higgy just got a hold of us and said, "Hey, man, let's record tonight. I can do so." And I jumped all over that like my prom date in high school. And I was just thinking, it's been so long and I can't miss that. So we're happy to have him here. Jason, we have quite a lot been going on and still continue to knocking on our door. And looks like yeah, and let's just start with the obvious, buddy. I'll throw you a big old softball, a big old huge lobbing softball. The new economy, and where do you start? You just did you keep up on your supply drops?
I did. That's I kept up on supply drops, upgrades to a certain extent, and workshop points.
Or you were a responsible
And
War
you were a
Robots
championship
player.
I
too,
was. Barely. I apparently have only been qualified as a champion player for like 10 days out of this entire month. Or this like season or whatever.
Right. Saying hi to some of our players. Hey, Taylor. I just saw you were watching Feisty's stream. We waited as long as we could to not overlap Feisty going live, but we were running out of time a little bit, so we needed to get on the air. But we're happy to see any of you. We definitely don't want to overlap any of our buddies and step on their toes, steal audiences, because a lot of you guys are so awesome. You visit all the independents out there, really, is the best way I can put it.
Yeah, we love you guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, I know we're just hanging, talking about a video game and stuff, but you know, it's a great community. Love fest, hugs. Here we go. So Jason, you got going with the game again just recently, and you were introduced to this economy change. Tell me how you're feeling about that.
I mean, I don't see a difference. I was broke then, and I'm broke now. So.
All right. Broke is broke. Okay.
I will say though, like
you got a ladder to climb, buddy.
Yeah, like so I've been playing so little or non-existent that the really long upgrade times have been kind of nice, because it's been like, well, I'll just set that to upgrade, and 4 days later I might have enough silver to do another upgrade.
All right.
So I mean, like, in that
there is okay. That's a good point. Nice. There is that aspect, and this is a little bit of perspective.
Yeah, it's that silver.
Because, you know, perspective is going to be that. You know, I can use that time, these long wait times, to accumulate silver. But the thing is you have to. And it's kind of like forced on you a little bit that you got to do it. I'm going to ask you that same question in a few weeks. I'm not sure the answer is going to remain the same. But
it's all right. We love you.
They're long waits for certain levels are just kind of excruciating. But I see some of you out there have done it, because I got rooted with a shredder yesterday.
Nice.
And it was level 11.
Felt good, didn't it?
That's fun. Now, Jason, you haven't had the opportunity so much. Josh, do you have any rooting weapons?
Yeah, I got some rooting experience. What y'all want to know? I got a lot of experience to share in form of wisdom. Yep.
Is that what we're calling the weapons now? Rooting weapons?
Yep. That's what it's called.
That's what I'm calling them, you know?
Hold a person in place, right?
Yep, it's stupid.
Like,
hey, kick.
In place. They don't move.
It is ridiculous. It's stupid. Just like shock troops.
Yeah. Ivano. I love that. That's great.
What happened?
Yin yang. Good. It's great to see everybody.
I don't know anybody from Arizona?
Like I was just saying, if you want to get squad with Droopy, are you in game right now, buddy? I can't see your part of the screen on my thing.
He is. It's very distracting for me.
he just gave me a little whacking for real. Oh my God.
I can see it a little better now.
That's ridiculous.
Well, then you've got quite an experience coming to you, Jason. Let me tell you. I wanted to ask you, as you've come back and you started to play a few games, have you been rooted yet?
Not once.
Not once. So you haven't seen them yet?
I have not encountered them at all.
You don't see too many Exoduses either, right?
No.
Okay.
Dang.
My point here is, guys, is that
take that what you will, though, because obviously I haven't hardly played it at all.
No, I understand. It's just as we've gone on about the show, until there's a game-changing weapon that comes down the line, I don't see anyone making the conscious choice unless they just really want to play with something new. They're just not going to make the conscious choice of upgrading this new stuff at these more than formidable prices. The reason I bring it up again this week is because during the week in between the show and the last, I MK2'd to Scourge.
I am so proud of you.
And I got it up
My God. We need to get this man a cupcake.
Well, it's my third one actually, and so I got up to level 11, and I just noticed that. Well, I didn't notice. I just did the quick math, and I'm like, I had saved some gold up to rush this and get it done, and as I'm pushing the button, and I'm thinking to myself, man, it's amazing that I'm spending around 37 million, I guess, to make this thing level 11 MK2. And that doesn't even get my Exodus from 10 to 11. That
doesn't make me feel good about my experience.
All the way to level 11. And I can't take my one Exodus from level 10 to 11 without paying 6 or 7 million more. I mean, come on, that's outrageous. I tell you this out loud as just a quick little anecdote, but hearing these numbers, Jason, there's no way. There's no way. Yeah, a casual. I mean, you've got not much silver to none. How much game time do you expect you're gonna need to be able to catch up?
I've got so much stuff that I've got no hope of upgrading.
Well, you got to put some hope in it, man. You got to get hopeful. You got to be hopeful. Your hanger is the schnitt.
But I'm also trying to be realistic a little. Like,
oh yeah.
I could, but
so tell me, not just you, Jason, but out there, kids, about how much can you generate in an hour of gameplay, silver-wise? And I'm not talking about, well, I'm amazing.
You better hit me up in that squad.
All right, get into it. But how much can you get in an hour, Jason?
I was really surprised when I sat down to play like 5 games the other day. I was able to accumulate with premium, with some silver boosters going and all that kind of stuff. I got like 10 million silver fairly
in an
quickly.
hour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
adds up fast.
I was getting like 800, 900,000 per game almost. It was easily.
What were you
I
playing?
told you to add me to that game.
What happened?
I told you to add me to the game, man.
Oh man, because I thought you guys were talking about something. Man, I was in my zone, bro. Man, I was killing bots. Did you see me doing that?
This is the reason we try not to direct too many questions to the DSAC while he's playing.
Oh my god!
You gotta get the. Well, you gotta concentrate on.
Man, I'm in that zone.
Man. You owe it to your teammates and stuff like that. I mean, it's just necessary.
Yeah.
Jason, tell me what you're running these days the most. What is it that you're wrecking with?
One thing that the Pursuer with Gus is a ridiculous monster. And then I've got a Mercury with an Ember and 2 Magnums, which is not the setup I really want for it.
I understand.
I don't have enough Gus, but I still enjoy that. Those are the 2 ones that I'm really enjoying.
So tell me a little. Let's talk about that robot. What was it? The Ember and 2 Magnums.
Yeah, on the Mercury.
Okay. I've got an Ember and 2 Pinatas on there, and I'm wondering. I'm so terrible with that robot. I got it because it looked fun.
It's that damn Ember.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man, I thought it because it looked kind of fun. I didn't get it because I thought, dude, I am gonna tear things up with this robot. That is not what
That's how I was thinking.
Because it's kind of weird. What were you thinking when you got it, Josh?
I was thinking I was gonna be wrecking fools, and the next thing you know, it gets nerfed, and it's a bunch of orange puffballs.
Wait, it got nerfed?
The Ember.
Yeah.
Oh, the Ember? Oh, yeah.
The Ember, boy.
I was talking about the Mercury.
The Mercury, you're talking about the
Ember setup on it.
Exactly.
Yeah, like the Ember takes forever for it to get to its opponent, and I'm like, dang.
Well, I got the Mercury because I thought it looked like a fun little bot. Jump in, boom, haha, I'm here. Haha, boom, boom, boom.
Poo, poo, poo.
Not just, and no, I am not saying pew, pew, pew. Why, Jack?
That's a good tribute.
It's a tribute.
Hey man, I'm just kicking it. Orange puffballs, that's what they are.
Yeah, I do like that. The Mercury. It's funny because when you do have what I was going to get at is it's the same thing with the Inquisitor. You've got a robot, and you're not sure what to add to the Ember to make it really at its best because of the shot mechanics.
You want like Orkins or something.
Yeah, you want something because you have to lead people when you're shooting at it with the damn thing. You want something that matches the shot mechanics. When you think of that, you think of, well, range-wise, you put the Ember together with the Magnums, like on Inquisitor, which is a popular build. And I've seen you run that yourself, right, Jay?
Absolutely.
So
not the Inquisitor, like the Tehran Ember, not the Magnums, or that.
Oh yes, excuse me. You're right. The Tehran. Thank you. Exactly. Thank you. The Tehran. So. Yeah, because of that, when you're leading him, and if you lead him with the Tehrans, you're not actually shooting him. So, finding a weapon to pair with him, people probably just say, well, geez, just stick the Orkin with it. That's the shot mechanics. But that doesn't necessarily work either. I mean, the Ember has a shot mechanic of its own, the way you have to lead it.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't know. It's okay. Like,
you don't feel like you can just wreck with it.
Not at all. I feel it's almost a liability in a way. One of the big reasons why you
yeah.
People still hate being hit with it. Can you say hit with the Ember? I don't know.
No,
it's more a source of annoyance now, and so I kind of use it that way. I don't know.
If you're moving quickly,
if I have my choice of a Mercury build, I'd throw like Exodus Gusts on there, Exodus Pinatas on there.
That's a good one.
Thunder.
Wait, okay, so if we're talking shot mechanics, I do like that you're mixing up the weapons. I do like that, but as a moderator, I have to stir the pot a little bit and say, well, those shot mechanics don't work. A Pinata Exodus combination has got to be the one you go to if you with all of them. But to tell you the truth, when I run that, it's the same thing with the Orkin and the Exodus, man. The shot mechanics, even though they are still rockets, they come out in a whole different pace than the Pinata.
Yeah, the Pinata's like, I'm just gonna dump everything in like a second and then I'm out.
Yeah,
that's what
the Pinata's weak.
The Pinata has not aged in the game well at all.
It has wrinkles. It has ugly, nasty wrinkles, and it's marred with scars.
I like the old design of the Pinata. I don't like the new design. Never liked the new design. It's one of the only newish designs that I just not care for.
Yep.
At all.
I got you.
That boy knows his business because he's accurate with that response.
That's right. I saw on the chat just a while ago. I guess it's been a while now. Yes, the Thunder. Yes, we do want the Thunder to get a buff. All of us want the Thunder to get buffs. Hey, Ray.
Thunder is just a dang joke.
Ryan, always good to see you. Tesla, good to see you. Crazy. And Kick, who let you in here? Wilbur Leon, I like that.
I don't know how many people remember the good old days of the death button Griffin, where you would throw on 2 Pinatas and 2 Orkins, and like, man, that thing would just wreck face.
Yep, it would wreck someone's jawbones.
Game has changed.
Even before that, where you take a patent and put 4 Pinatas on it, then the good old days.
Yeah.
And now that would do nothing.
Anytime anyone mentions the patent in anything, that's the good old days. Let me tell you.
Patent aphid could do kind of something, but that's kind of funny you said that because when I recorded my old school video, the geckos is what I threw on it because nothing else is really gonna really help it out. It's slow and weak.
I've experienced something lately that I need consensus on, and boys and girls, help me. This is one crippled boy who is very confused about a particular heavy weapon that seems to be able to hit me way beyond its supposed range. I mean, I have blue goo over my robot
You got that
distance,
that goo.
and I know it's not the Arablist. I know it's not that crap. It's not a reading. It's blue goo that is hitting me at ranges of like 650 meters.
That's what they
What
do,
game are you playing
especially.
again? I don't know. We shot blue goo in this game.
Oh, the Dragoon is a blue goo city, my brother.
I took that out of my hangar.
That's a sperm.
You did really? Why?
I cannot stand. There's that train.
They hit the train.
I can't stand
I
the damn
cannot
shock
bear
trains.
to fire the Dragoon.
Why? Is it the
Time.
shot mechanic?
It's so boring. Oh my god.
Is it? No. Tell me that, Jason.
I'm just gonna
because
stay right here.
This is important. Is it the shot mechanic or what is it? Like,
Yeah,
is it
it's just
because
like
you have to
doom,
go,
doom.
It's 1
It's
second
like
apart.
So boring.
Okay.
It's
Now,
not
let me tell you.
interesting. It's bleh.
Okay, guys, in the chat, you understand why it is I'm bringing this up? I'll give it a second?
Yeah,
Anybody?
'cause you're
Why
muck-
I'm bringing up the Dragoons shot mechanics. If Jason doesn't like that, it's because the shock train
See how much?
is going to be the Dragoon very soon.
Is it really?
The shock train is getting its shot mechanics tinkered with, and with the idea that we're going to experience a balanced weapon if they make the shot mechanics more like the Dragoon. It's going to take a few seconds. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's going to take a few seconds to expel its damage potential.
Its trajectory.
I mean, no more one shot and done. You're going to have to be able to, and I think, that's a great try to balance it, even though it's still, so many of these weapons are overpowered, but other can of worms.
For sure.
But don't you guys
rusty.
think that's
I'm gonna
important?
you have to forgive me. I'm rusty.
The Dr. Dragoon say is, well, let's just say, Taylor, I hinted towards it.
You sure did.
And the Smurf reference is also
Smurfette.
probably a little old school.
Why was there only one girl Smurf in that whole dang village?
Oh, and they made fun of that too in the movie and stuff like that.
There was only one girl.
One female Smurfette.
Yeah,
Only
when we were
female,
kids, when I was a little kid, is when the Smurfs were on. I was a little kid.
You
This
know
was
what
like
that's equal to, though?
8.
That's equal to going to the Boy Scouts club and then some spicy senoritas volunteering and helping us. You're like, oh my gosh, that's like the best thing in the world because among all of us dudes, there's that girl. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I can think of. You know,
I
like
didn't go to the same Boy Scout meetings.
no, like
didn't-
not like
didn't-
meetings, but like
didn't.
going to like jamborees or whatever the heck they call those things, where,
Yeah.
your section. I forgot. I was in like Cub Scouts for like a week and then I quit.
Rage quit, man.
It was rage quitting, but you would have those events where you compete against other chapters and stuff,
Yeah.
and then you would have volunteers that
Pinewood
supported the
Derby.
staff. And every once in a while, like one of the staff people would have their daughters, and all the boys are like, "Oh my God," you know what I mean?
I went to the Pinewood Derby. I remember that.
Pinewood Derby.
I made my own Pinewood Derby car, and I was in a real small town. Like I've talked about being from a smaller town, but when I went to elementary school and I grew up outside of town 10 minutes, I went to a very small, like the town where my elementary school is located had brick road
What?
and still
That's
does.
crazy.
Yeah.
It
and-
still does, really.
Yes, it's a very cute little place.
Have you ever Google mapped it to see like?
Oh yeah.
see what it looks like.
A sky view of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really cool looking, and it's a cute little downtown. It really is a nice little place, and it's near a lot of nice lakes and so forth. So
that's cool.
Yeah, it's very cute. But back in 1978, yes, that's how old I am. 1978, and I'm at my Pinewood Derby. My mom was a den mother. And
I don't even know what that means. I don't know.
That makes sense.
She was the little group leader. We had the little Boy Scout meetings at our house, you know. But there's boys' life, and if you don't know what boys' life is, they've referenced it in jokes for years in lots of pop media. It's been made fun of in Family Guy over and over again in lots of pedophilia type jokes. But especially with the
that's so man. Not funny, but funny.
Especially with the old man. Boys' Life.
My God, those
in the back of Boys' Life, there were a whole ton of like X-ray vision goggles and comic book like ads, and that's probably how they paid for Boys' Life, because who's getting Boys' Life? I remember getting Boys' Life cost money, and I'm like, man, for 30 cents. Or something. So, unbeknownst to most of my little crew, in our little coven of boys, that does not go together. Anyway, our little troop. You gotta forgive me, guys. I have not thought about this probably since I left the building. And I'm just being thrown back, and yeah, Herbert the pervert. Oh, thanks, Tim. Right, Herbert. Right. I know that's a good call. That was awesome. I can't do impressions. Right then and there, I should have whipped out a great Herbert impression. Can you do it, Jason?
I can't do the whistle or really
because you
anything.
do impressions sometimes, and Droopy has his impression. I love his hormone monster. Your hormone monster, Droopy. Anyway.
Well, you can't say it without the F word, so I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so going back to Leesburg, we went to the Pinewood Derby, and I had made my car. My grandfather had a little wood workshop in the back of his garage, and he used to let me play with everything. Surprised I made it to 10. I mean, I got to play with power tools, electrical stuff, vice this and drill that. And it was awesome. I made my own toy gun out of big, long things of wood when I was younger, like with a clip that I could put in. It's cool.
This is why the Mercury's so good.
Oh, man. So, I haven't thought about this forever. All right. So, I make my little Pinewood Derby, paint it red, and it was this I had model airplane stuff, and it was just terrible. I tried to paint flames on it, and it was UGL. I mean, it was just terrible. But I was so proud of that car, and I took it to the Pinewood Derby, and that's where I learned that these two kids had cars that were unlike everybody else's car. And their dad was like the whole Boy Scout leader for our area.
Yeah, I remember those.
Dude, in the back of Boys' Life, you could order plans for how to build a Pinewood Derby car that doesn't lose. And it was all about
man, you brought me back.
Because there are rules to the Pinewood Derby, and so you could saw off a portion of the back and glue it to the front and sand it down and adjust where the weight was on the car. It had nothing to do about being inventive at all. And this whole thing about the Boy Scouts is to get you to think for yourself and to be spontaneously creative. And instead, I think these parents just completely ruined every lesson that their troop leader embodiment was supposed to dictate to their children in the bestest and most brightest of intentions. And it never came to fruition, because I'm sure those guys are in a ditch somewhere smoking crack. That's my Boy Scout story. So,
that's funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny.
Jason, do you run vortexes as much as or aphids,
I don't, because I've been working on my vortexes. They're only think I have 2 level 11 and 2 level 10. I don't want to run them unless they're all level 11.
Gotcha. Yeah, because they don't. If they're leveled enough for your appropriate league, I mean, anybody can just say, well, just max. That's the best level. But if you're at a decent level for your league, a competitive league. Oh, dude, I used to hate Chainfire back in the day. That poor guy. He would get the worst questions, and people would, people would be asking for advice, and people in the chat would be, sounds like you need to level your robot a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sounds like you need to eat your veggies in the morning.
I mean, okay, the answer to any of this could be, well, just level it. That's not the answer to all this shit. It's a lot more complex than that.
Yeah.
And if you're watching us right now, you're a serious enough player to be hanging with us on your spare time. Yeah, then you know all of this. You guys out there have a very level-headed and probably the best ideas on the game, out there. You people know this game upwards and down.
Well, that's the truth.
Backwards, forwards, and all that. A lot of the things that we say to you, I've been so as a lot of our posters on Facebook in our page say, they go back to the old shows. We've been correct on a lot of stuff. I'm very happy we've been as accurate as we have been. It's good. It's okay to be wrong about stuff, especially when we're throwing ideas onto the idea wall to see what sticks out there.
Especially
and
the ones that stick.
Conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, the sticky ones.
They stick, and they have stick-to-itness,
Stick the best when they're sticky.
which y'all learn. Stick-to-itness keeps you going.
I can't get the hormone monster out of my head now. I was rewatching, but we just found out, everyone, that the awesome show that is Big Mouth, and if you don't know it,
look at all these pursuers. Who doesn't have a pursuer?
Is great. It's a show on Netflix, and it's not for everybody because there's some crude humor, but it's about adolescents becoming. Well, I don't want to scare everybody off. Jason, what the hell are you trying to do? Okay, so there's the second season, October 5th. The hormone monster is coming back, and a new monster is the shame monster. And I like that idea because after the hormone monster gets to the point, they hit the shame monster.
That's when shame kicks in, man.
Taylor's right. The only reliable news source is the War Robots podcast.
Goodness. Oh my God.
I will tell you that I do hate when too much speculation is about any subject is bandied about with too much, I guess, flippantness about the subject matter when it could be something quite serious, and people just make shit up. I just don't like that. So that's when you hear me saying, now I'm going to guess on this, or I try to pre-qualify things a little bit, is to make sure you understand I'm talking out of my ass. Okay, so let me take a look at this screen a little bit more because I want to catch up on what you guys are saying and take a look.
They're saying pursuers unite, and I am off.
So your guys are, there's effing, huh? You guys are hitting it with
yeah, we're not hitting nothing. We're laying on our backs.
Well, a little bit of submissiveness.
Dinner is served.
You, sir, deserve what you're getting.
I'm thinking, the process to try to get Manny on the show still rolling. The toughest thing is, we are aware of each other, and so we get together and spend a little time getting to know each other to get on the show. But he lives in a country nowhere near mine, so
far away.
He's like 5-6 hours away. Taylor, is it you or who is it that is in that time zone with him or really nearby in the UK? I thought it was Taylor, or maybe it was Rage. Let me know, guys. But still working on that. In the meantime, I hear Stu is out and about, so I'd really like to get a hold of Stu if he's feeling up to it. I know he's still learning how to walk again, so there is that. Let's see, get Manny so he can complain. Okay, you guys, do you think he complains too much? Because if anything, my guess would have been, okay, he's an hour ahead. So my guess would have been you would be appreciative of his criticism. Now, I understand there's going too far. But I just thought that as much as people are upset about certain things, Now, I have it on good authority that he is vocal to Pixonic when he is asked for his opinion. I hear he's quite respectful, but yet he is also firm in his opinion.
Oh, he's firm as a Tempur-Pedic mattress.
And
at level 1.
Believe that's Droopy, do you think that's a decent assessment?
A decent. I'd said it was stiff like a Tempur-Pedic mattress. It's hardcore, like you're laying on the floor. That's how raw his advice is to Pixonic, y'all. He is the real deal, man. He roughs it.
Well, do you feel like he's at least respectful with his presentation of it?
Oh, he's never disrespectful.
Okay. See, and that's key. That's key. Because if you're going to try to make change, you have to be able to communicate on a level that is respected by the counterpart.
Is that?
Attract
Regardless
bees.
of the counterpart's education level, they need to respect the person that the advice or information is coming from. So, yes, Rage, they will probably remove Workshop 2.0. Tell me about that. Now, I don't really feel like going into all the details. I had considered talking about the workshop. Oh, Looney. Hey, buddy. Once again, happy birthday. Looney, if you want to squat up, the boys are waiting for you. Get in there. If Manny got a $999 donation, he would complain about not getting the extra penny. Okay. That's funny, Taylor, but
that's hardcore.
Boy, he went below the belt, man. He was like, I'm trying to get both of the gonads.
Oh, man.
Taylor, sometimes you make me want to
cry, and stay alive.
Maybe want to turn off the video portion for just a second and medicate. And then come back. But that's all right. Keep me on my toes, my brother. That's just fine with me.
Stay alive.
He's good at the game only because of the big computer screen and keyboard. Now, okay, Taylor, I like that. He does play on PC, and the competition.
Whoa, I forgot about that. He's using his keyboard.
Nowhere near as
Hell
You're right.
no.
He is a great player. He is. Now, have either of you guys played on PC?
Hell no, I ain't play on PC.
No,
what you talking about, Willis? I ain't playing no PCs.
Matt Guyver tells me it's easier to play.
Hell yeah, it's easier to play because you can use your mouse. Any person who's ever used it.
That. So,
Man,
that's tough for me
people will
to
it to move.
Without my fingers move, I have to use 2 hands on the mouse on many days. But Jason, tell me this: his competition might not be as steep. He's still a great player, but yeah, so he can play. But isn't it just like we said in the last show? The sauce for the goose.
Sauce for the goose.
Even. I mean, everybody else in PC can control it the same way. Dr. Evil, your mouth is out of sync with your voice. Is it? I'm sorry, guys.
I can't see that.
If you turn off the live stream and turn it back on, it should.
I don't know what you're doing.
Fix that problem.
But whatever it is that you're doing.
Okay, well, we'll check it out. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. No, that is good. PC's easier because you can shoot separate weapons. Okay. Oh. Rage, Dr. Evil. They might, because no one has to use money to buy gold or components, just silver. Okay, yeah. You're gonna have silver is at a premium because you got to play. The boys were just saying they feel like they can make 10 million an hour.
I can make 20 million an hour.
Okay, well, I'd
10
like
million.
you to think back to the old economy. Making 10 million was nowhere as easy as 1 hour. I mean, not at all.
Hey, Higgles, you go ahead and take that guy that has the lockdown weapons.
Yeah, I'll look at him. I'll see him.
Isn't that with the pursuer?
Looney,
He's
get yourself
behind
in
the
that
sign.
game.
I'm out. I don't know what to do. He's behind the sign.
Well, Tesla, it's easier to jump then. And there's our man, Sarah. My heart is all aflutter when you're in our room. Thank you for joining us. Do not donate any money.
Yeah, you better not be clicking no buttons, man. You better...
No, hold on, son. Some of us are broke as crap.
Our man has been too generous. So that just stop. I mean, your love is plenty. Thank you, my brother. Haha. So let's see. Adrian says he makes about 70 million a day. That's with boosters and premium. Okay.
That's freaking ridiculous. Okay, but not everybody plays as much as Adrian.
Hell no,
Yeah.
no one plays as much. Well, there are people that play as much as him, but
Those people that play really
I don't know anyone who plays as much as him.
Looney, why is Dr. E not playing? Because
The more I play, the angrier I get.
to do both, and I'm trying to keep the talking going so that we still get a little bit of information out there, but you guys have a little bit more to look at other than just our goofy mugs. I think there will be boosters in the battle rewards. Oh, okay, cool. I got it. Thank you, Sarah. So, and Looney, get in there. What the hell was I saying? It was about this. Taylor. Oh, Taylor. You had made a great point, Taylor. Not the 70 million. Your comment from before. Individual weapons. They're so hard to control on anything, even when you're talking iPad. And I know you all know that I don't play on an iPad, but you know, Josh does. I know many of you do, and rely is a bad word. Swear by it, and I get it. I get it because there's so many times on my iPhone 7 Plus that I have a hard time identifying what I'm up against, and it's not like the old days. Oh, the old days were very difficult.
I'm about it.
To actually find yourself in range of somebody because all flow. You so much easier to figure out what you were up against. Not to mention that the range you were dealing with. I was just looking in my storage hangar.
And what'd you find?
I was amazed after counting that there are now 35 or 32, 35 things you can collect componentry on.
What?
35.
35.
I bet they have
That's so
I bet
ridiculous,
they
too.
have the little gonads to put the carnage in there.
How do you?
You can't charge for any of these bots and weapons.
Target what you want, man. That's so hard. But now
You don't.
Now that I just said that, yeah. Go ahead, buddy. You're right. After I just said that, though, I will pull out that I already have a shredder. I did not buy it. I didn't do anything.
The Teenage
special.
Mutant Ninja Turtles are gonna be pissed.
Yeah, and I got a hold of a shredder. And I don't know, I started to level it a little bit, you know, just to get it off the ground, I guess, so that I don't sell it. But I got up to like level 5, and at level 5, I'm like, man, I'm stopping here and doing something else. I was just kind of disappointed that that's the conclusion I came to. You know, that's just not so.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is there's such long waits. I lose my interest in it.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
why I haven't
just like,
upgraded
well,
anything.
Yeah, I've got like so many things at level 7 and level 8 right now.
Now,
Dang,
do you guys out there, do you feel as if they're relying? Now, this is a little devious, and I know that we're always looking for devious a little bit when we're looking at them, but are you guys think that they're relying on these wait times to be the impatient trigger and just gold is going to be used?
Man.
I mean, there's a limit. Not everybody can do that.
Man, you guys are thinking like, you guys got to think like Chica is going into the mall getting a new outfit or something. You know, what the stores do, and the volume thing was on there. What the God,
Cheers, my man.
thank you very much for the donation.
Yeah, it goes straight.
Thank
to
you,
the
John.
Droopy Sack
Yes, it
Entertainment.
does.
Like what they do is they put all the really, really nice textile, like
Holy hell, man.
what are those things? What's the word for it? Like the fabric that's soft to the touch, specific scents, colors, and they get you to try to wear the stuff before you even like proceed through the rest of the store, because they know you have a
Dobby, I'll be with you in a second, but
the likelihood of you being able to the likelihood that you're going to buy something is a lot higher when you try it on. It's the same thing. That's what Pixonic is doing. I mean, they're using, you know, our impatience
all the
as
tricks
a
all the tricks in the
that's
bag.
that's just basic sales 101. I mean, look up Tony Robbins School of Sales. Oh my gosh, there are so many of them.
Dobby, if you want to know what I'm running, I have 2 hangers.
Well, I'm not even going to spawn. This is
I average about 20-ish bucks a month on the game. I get premium, and then I might buy $10 worth of 600% of gold, or $10 worth of this or that. Sometimes I go 30, but it's rare to go that much. If you'd like to see what Dobby just asked what I'm running. If you want to look me up, just do Dr. Evil on the game. You can check out my hanger. I am a championship player.
Kirk just sent me an invite here.
All right, get into that. There you go.
I don't.
We can get into that.
Facebook at all or anything like that.
And what's Looney doing? Is Looney up there doing something?
Taylor, you're free to play completely. Also, that's cool. That's cool. What league are you in, Taylor? And some of you others, if you're free to play, stick what league you are in the chat. I'd just like to, just to see, kind of what you're going on out there. But I did crawl my way back up to championship level. I'm right on the line again. I have, in each hangar, I have about 4 MK2 weapons. Everything else is regular.
Did you get serum?
11, 12.
I'm not connected to Facebook.
Neither am I.
Oh, that's got to be you then. And all my robots are pretty much 10. So, a lot of guys are like that, and girls, excuse me. A lot of kids are like that because,
nope,
we've got quite a few people that are able to get a little bit of lime green, and then you've got, you're riding the line on other stuff, but nowhere near to where you're going to start 11 and 12ing some robots because it's just not time yet. Tesla is asking if he can squad with you guys. Tesla, Tesla, are you iOS?
I sent you another invite, man.
Right. See if we can get him in there. Are you friends with anybody there? Because you guys would probably do better with a full squad.
That depends on who's on the squad, man.
Hey,
it depends on how.
This is interesting, and it's just personal preference.
What?
But tell me, you're thinking about getting a Galaxy Note 9.
The Note 9.
Yeah, and not to play on though, correct?
Well, to play on Android, but not to.
You want to start an Android account? Cause
yeah.
It would be cool. I've often thought about if I could.
Thank you, Ryan.
A spare small pad or something from somebody. Oh, thanks, Ryan.
I've got an Android account. I can't play 3 accounts. Like it's too much.
I don't see your name, Tesla.
Okay. What sucks, guys, is when your screen names are nowhere near what your in-game names are, and there's so many of you. I really try as much as I can. After each game, I kind of run down the list. I try to see if I recognize anybody. I read everybody's name to see if Tesla wants to invite. Well,
what's the username or the in-game name?
Yeah, Tesla.
Because I remember seeing it, but my list is really short.
What was I saying?
I have no idea, man, because I was trying to figure out. Man, this was a life dilemma, bro. This was a life dilemma I was in. Because we gotta get.
So your phone, and I would love to get. I'd love to. If I could maybe play with some Android. We got to get these platforms crossed, and I know it's because of
they will never
like the Google Play Store, and that's it, and so forth. I mean, look at Fortnite. They bypassed the Google Play Store, and now they're having issues on that side of it because there are people that are stealing and hacking and that's rough. Goldfish memory, Dr. Evil.
That's
as you get into this 10, 11, 12 area, it gets a little rough regardless of the new economy. Even if you're have older bots and you're still using the old economy, it still is difficult because you're still talking about more silver, more than you're used to paying when you were upgrading 9, 10, and so forth. But those jumps, 10, 11, 12, are something else. I
will try it again the next match.
Jason, tell me a little something about what's striking you that is new and that you're adjusting to.
It's kind of crazy. I feel like I've just fallen right back into everything. I thought I'd be rusty.
But you were gone a month-ish or so more, but
seeing some of the shredders and stuff, and that was weird. We just saw some in the match we just played. That was kind of odd.
So okay, that's interesting. Maybe you didn't see much of a change the way I was feeling.
I really didn't see much of a change. I don't feel like too much has changed because I don't feel like a lot of people are getting a lot of the new stuff like they used to. You know.
I think they're getting it more.
Getting it?
They're just not able to upgrade it.
That's what it is.
And the leagues that they're in makes it too painful for them to even run it.
Exposed, yes, he is on iOS.
That's a good point, actually.
Do not have
because I've got tons of new stuff that I can't even bother with, like, just not.
I'm running an Exodus Fury. I thought it was interesting how I was like messing around with that stuff, the video footage for it, and then Adrian drops it. I was like,
for you, Pennymaker.
Oh man.
Penniker.
But yeah, the Exodus Fury is a beast. I have a 2 level 12s and a level 7. I think it's a level 7.
Now see, that's one of few. I do not run into level. And if you have an Exodus of that level and can afford to get it there, that's a killer weapon, guys. That's a great weapon. You're talking about unloading MK1. I believe you're talking about unloading approximately 80-ish thousand damage in just a few seconds.
Yeah, I did the numbers.
Formidable.
Just work those streets, man. You'll get there.
That's formidable.
I did the numbers for the Fury for the 3 that I have. It's like 210,000.
That's stupid.
Per one salvo. But of course, the benefit to cost ratio, the liability factor of it being a Fury and it's so slow, and it's so big and bulky and wide. Yeah, it can do a lot of damage, absolutely. But the chances of it being able to do that much damage is low. Very low.
It's understandable.
Man, especially with all these fast bots.
It's the balance of the game. You know what I mean? It's part of the balance of the game. And it's a good thing. It really is. If it weren't for the fact that we feel as if some of the recent moves are just so uncomplimentary to the player as a person.
Yep. Its soul gets ripped away.
It
gets dropped in the ocean.
I think if they were to reevaluate and adjust the economy to our liking a little bit more, what I'm scared they're going to do, they're going to do that. I'm scared that they're gonna. I know that was a dumb joke. I'm scared that Jason's here, so I figured dumb jokes are they just abound.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm scared they're going to ease our pain in their minds and offer us in their minds a compromise that will benefit them greatly. I fear they're going to say, all right, we're going to, for the price of another hangar, we're going to give you the opportunity to level 2 things at once.
Man.
And that way, you won't have the problem. You know what I mean? You know, I stop right there because, come on, I mean, everybody here knows that just means more silver. Not to mention, you want us to give you some gold, even if they made it free and just said, all right, we're going to let you
get some free gold.
Get two items at once. Okay, so where are you going to come up with the 50 million gold to upgrade 2 items from 8 to 9.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's rough. What are you gonna do?
I wish there was a way to actually quantify player change and behavior and stuff. One of the things that I thought was really cool was in PUBG Mobile. If you click on a player's card to see what their statistics are for, solo match, duo, which is them and one person, or squatting up with 3 other people, total of 4. But if you go to their player card and you can see a graphical representation, a grid basically that displays the in-game behavior of that person, whether it's that person is solely survival or that person, I don't remember all the different factors that they measure, but I know survival was one of them, being staying alive until the end, or someone who's brutal with close combat or something like that, and it shows like how it would be. But imagine if you had the ability to say, I'm gonna start not measuring but monitoring my playing style, how long I stay on, how intense I am with getting beacons and keeping beacons and kills and stuff, and then 30 days from now or even a week from now to compare the two, because I can see that I play more aggressive now, even though I have the same level bots that I did before. It's just I just feel like I have a grudge to settle with MK2 and shock trains.
Well, want that. They want you to go after him.
Yeah, but it's a never-ending loop, though. It's a never-ending loop. You never win the game. It's like the Ragnarok.
It's a trap.
Thor Ragnarok, that freaky circle. You remember that scene when the big rock man was Thor was running from him? He was like, "Oh, it's just a freaky circle. It's just a circle that never ends. It's a freaky circle."
Hey man, I'm Doug. It's my friend Steve.
That's good flick. That's good flick.
Let's see if my friends list loads up again, or
it's
loads.
It's a trap. Can we?
Dang.
Okay, so Michael would like to get a non-match squad. Ryan, spell the longest word in the dictionary.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Oh, somebody already put it.
No, that's not it. I remember I put that on a show. I think it's the dictionary has changed. Literary people will claim that the longest word in the dictionary should go to a word that
Triskaidekaphobia.
Well, it's a word from a Shakespearean play.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they claim should be it. But I think that minus some medical terms, there's always that is the word that is. But if you love your Mary Poppins, you got to go with that. And that's why I named that one show the Super Higglicious, Droopy, Fantastic, whatever. I like that one. That was a good. Sometimes titles, so you don't need that. Let's see. Looney needs to invite. Let Looney invite. He said because he got Tesla. Oh, you guys got it. Okay. Pardon.
Yeah,
Good. Do you have a full squad yet?
Not yet, boy. We'll be good to go when we get Tesla in, so that we can go against EXO again.
If we get Tesla,
he'll fill that out for you.
He'll fill it out like a good
bro. Fill it out, Tesla, like a sock in a jock strap, baby. All right, let's see. Not that I would know what that's like.
What wasn't it from the 90s? That movie, Just Like the Guys, or Like the Guys, with the boys. It's a high school.
The
cheesy movie. The girl that dresses up like a guy, and then becomes like really guy, like buddy with the guy that she's in love with.
Not Medina.
No, it's like way back in the day, like when 3 O'Clock High was out. License to Drive, Gleaming the Cube.
Oh,
Goonies.
Yeah. Hey, Dobie, can you let me get on that? My way when you finally rolled up, please.
Yeah, I'll have to add some boosters.
Booster time.
Is Looney driving? Is he driving?
He should be home by now.
He's in squad. He's not doing anything.
No, he should be home by now. He's usually home about an hour.
I got defensive and attack boosters going. Yeah.
Booster time.
Come on, guys. Let's get that squad filled up and get Tesla in there and shake ass. Shake ass.
Oh,
you know
my
who
God.
I haven't talked to in so long, and my girl Gracie has not been able to play in the longest time. I miss a lot of the kids I used to play with because they were fun, but they're in school. They don't get a chance to play when they're in school. Plus, they get a little older and they just leave the. I think what's Noah into now?
I don't know.
Alex's kid. Jax's kid.
Gleaming
Noah,
the cube, dagger. Hell no. We got to stop everything. Somebody knew what Gleaming the Cube was.
Gleaming the Cube. Wait.
Christian Slater, man.
Yeah. Whatever happened to that guy?
Wow.
Greetings and salutations.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Not
Dang.
Yeah, that was all right.
He was great in the first Trimmers, man.
What about the Space Invaders? What's that movie where the
Heathers?
Who? Heathers too. Oh,
Heathers was the movie.
What's a Heather? What's a Heather?
That movie.
Heathers was this black comedy with Winona Ryder about suicide.
Oh wait, no, he wasn't in Trimmers. Never mind.
No, he wasn't in Trimmers. That was Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, there's another guy that I was thinking of that I thought it was Christian Slater for.
Tremors. Oh, that's another one. That's
dude. One. Oh my God, Larry, that's funny. Yeah, Larry. Good.
What's Looney saying?
He said that it was Tony Hawk because I was wondering that when I was watching Gleaming the Cube on Netflix. Yeah. It was Netflix or the other movie. But did you get to see Ex Machina yet?
Yes.
Jason, did you?
Yeah.
No.
You haven't seen Ex Machina? It's on Netflix now.
Is it a machine?
Oh my gosh, that is like the deepest. Think about how AI is going. Man.
As she walks off at the end.
So Higgles,
just know she's out there, boys and girls.
Where did Looney go? Where did he go?
So I'll bring it up. I don't want to necessarily describe it over the airways because too much math, too many numbers out there does not make for a great show. So
just reinvite us.
Workshop 2.0 is on its way. I know we're all wondering what's it going to do. Jason has considered hoarding a whole bunch of workshop points beforehand. Are you thinking about that too, Josh, or are you just going to ride it?
Sir, I have no idea what you just said.
Well, the workshop.
No, I'm joking. You asked me if I'm hoarding my workshop points. I have enough workshop points to buy something.
Why's he got to spank me?
It's like 16,000 or something like that.
I got 30,000. You can suck it.
30,000.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Well, he hasn't done diddly dick in months.
I'm getting tired of seeing that little alert number. It says you have workshop points to cash in. It's like that Pavlov's theory of salivation. They ring the bell and then the dog salivates. Every time I see that thing, I want to clear the notifications. I'm like, I don't want to damn buy a gosh dang new thing of workshop points. Leave me alone. I don't want to see the new deals. I just want to play.
Is my voice a little better?
Penny Booker. Yeah.
100 is my voice a little bit better there.
Oh, you're good.
I'm wearing a hat.
He was just saying my mic was audio's mixed in favor of Droopy. Evil is soft. Well, most people would probably be happy to hear that, buddy.
1%.
I can turn mine up just a little bit for the sake of the show here, and I just don't want to scream it out.
They don't even know if they're like.
Is that a little better? Guys, tell me, is that too loud?
Holy hell, what the hell was that?
All right, so 2.0 is coming, and it's going to completely rearrange. Like I said, I'm not going to go. You guys know what's going on here. Are you going to hoard, as we're saying? Are you going to try to do your best to accumulate more? Still quiet? I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so you're going to try.
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay, he says it's quiet on the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, are you going to try to accumulate more stuff? No, you're just perfect with me, Jace. Actually, all of you guys sounded.
Really?
We'll do a whole show about whether or not our.
Do you see what just happened? What the fudge?
No, I didn't see it. Sorry.
Oh
Crazy
my
stuff going
god.
on. In
Let me
here.
move my screen over a little bit more so I can see.
It must
what
be
you guys are
boring
doing.
being like having weapons and bots like all MK2.
Yeah.
It's like it's
I
gotta be
I've given up
boring.
on MK2.
There we go.
Ain't got time for that.
3 sexy ass men. Ah,
Yeah, we
the
got some.
mighty bee.
What's
Women,
up, man?
I miss you.
It's Colton. What up, Colton?
Colt,
Yeah,
my man,
I
my
miss
man
you.
with a
And
plan.
I don't have the equipment to play with you in six-pack league, and because I have no silver, because I need to play more and get more silver and silver. But Colton, it's always good to have you in the house. You have a standing invitation to join this show, and you damn well know it. So, all you got to do is get a hold of the Shane man and say, "Get me on," and you know you're. So, I may have to force you to do that, actually, Colton.
Falcon Master E.
If you don't know Blitherin, and some of you may not,
You better
as
know him.
Silly as
Better look him
silly as
up.
that might sound, everybody. If you don't know Blitherin, then you need to know who he is, because he is an OG, one of the greatest and best of the game, and he mainly plays in a little area known as the Six-Pack League. And if you don't know what that is, I will go into that a little bit here more because it deserves the airtime. The Six-Pack League
Is Soup still doing that too?
Yes, absolutely. Bag of Soup. Some of our great names from our OG days have said this is where I want to play. Level 6 is the name of the game, and limitations are, in short, old school weapons. Oh, I just now looked up and saw you guys are hitting it with 1%. That shit sucks. And they're such great players, man. They're so good at this. Is it Nikon, or is it who is it? Do you see Nutzi in there?
No, it's just 1% clan. I don't know who that is.
Right.
That's all I gotta see.
Well, the guys, Blitherin is one of the best and the brightest to ever play this game.
And he's a wiggle monster, and he has a cute tush.
Absolutely. And
He's so cute. Let's
what
look
the
at him.
hell?
Squeeze his cheeks.
Well, he does have that going on. We just we're not supposed to talk about it. He doesn't like it, but you know you got to give him a little love.
Josh,
it's
you
just
backed
it's
out?
Blitherin.
Yeah.
It's Blitherin. He's a sexy man. But
What the hell, man?
Look, it's 1 against
Blitherin.
16. 1 to 16.
These guys prefer to kind of play in that realm a little bit and have longer engagements that are basically old school rules with a little bit of new school fun put in, just because everything's been kind of tweaked a little since those old days. But the Six-Pack League is something you can get into. You can get on to their Discord channel, and if you go back to our last podcast especially, and then Droopy had an excellent stream earlier this week where he streamed for a couple of hours honing his six-pack skills. Both videos have links to the Six-Pack League. They play certain nights of the week and certain times. Do you guys know those off the tops of your heads?
I think it's every night at 9 p.m.
9
That's what
Eastern?
I'm speculating.
Right. Blith, if you're still there, buddy, if you could type in just a quick whatever. I believe our site allows you to put sites in there, maybe too, if you want to. Whatever you need to do, buddy. Taylor, you getting that slaughter right. I'd like to also have Bag of Soup back on here soon too, but that's
Getting Bag on would be pretty great.
yeah. These are past guests we've had on the back.
Am I
Now,
the
I'm
only
gonna-
one left? I'm the only one
Yeah,
left. What
you
the
are.
hell?
Cause you're the big dog. You're the man with a plan, bro.
I'd like to get on a lot of our guests that we have bad past. Carrie Fan is another one that's on. So wanted to get Carrie Fan back on.
Dang, when did we start the podcast?
I'll send you a message, Dr. Sexy Evil. That's what I need. That's what I need from the Blitherin, is to have my head in. Good. I'm the sexiest cripple on the block, dude. There's just no doubt about it. Wheelchairs are hot.
Hey, we all gotta have something.
Yeah.
As soon as I pop out here, I'm gonna die from this dang shock train.
God,
Right.
that was
Tesla got the
painful.
lowest damage. He's proud of that one. Right.
What?
This is a kinky podcast.
What?
Nice. All right.
How did
so
I
I'll
even
get back
die?
down.
Yeah, you got killed, bro. I saw that off in the distance. I was like, boy, he's about to get killed. And then you did. I was like, yes.
I was gonna let you guys talk because it was in between games. But now you have nothing to say, so you ruined my
You
pod.
guys did nothing.
You're an
You guys did
animal,
Nothing.
Cookie, and you need to stop asking him to change your box.
Any news on
Do you hear
Center? Any news on Center Beacon?
You
No,
guys did nothing.
nothing that I know of.
I heard his voice on that new Workshop 2.0 thing.
You did. I didn't watch that one. I think I saw it with the sound off. No, I don't.
Are you
know.
serious?
He started his Center Beacon podcast, but just really only did it once or twice a year or something. But I have not seen his channel. Do you guys? Is Warlock's channel still up and running and like active?
Dude, the guy is so busy at times. Like,
Well, he has 11 kids. I mean, that's
Gotcha, Jason.
a lot of kids.
Well, and then there's Jesse.
we got the same dang clan.
Oh,
Man, didn't you hear
You
my
guys gotta-
reaction earlier? I was in.
you gotta learn how to wait another minute before you hit that button.
Man, that's sissy talk right there, son.
Sissy talk. Boys.
I bet they're like, oh, we got free kills again.
Mm-hmm.
Boys.
Mm-hmm.
How are you liking those ions?
I like them when they land.
My
my
Do you have
gosh.
problem hitting?
Yeah, people that have MK2 that I can't hit.
What do you mean? that didn't keep
No, I'm just talking out my butt, and that's
yeah,
why I
yeah,
don't like
playing,
usually
I
talk
know.
when
I
I'm
hate
playing.
They already broke my Bulgasaurus shield. How crazy is that?
Oh, I'm down to 23,000 from 100%. I got hit once with that Fury Dragoon once.
Yeah.
I got hit
Yeah.
once.
Spectres are squishy, man.
I got a note from BT. If some of you
Crud.
that are new to the program,
Okay, that's that.
this is our man Jason, who is an original
OG.
part of the show that has been gone for most of the summer because he's scheduling issues galore and has not even gotten a chance to play, but we have him back with us. We also have our other podcast buddies who are quite normal. BT, we try to get her in here as much as possible. I would have had her here tonight with us, but we're limited with our equipment to the three of us on the side and then the gameplay. We were going to add BT and then anybody else, but that just didn't work out with the equipment we have. But we'll have her on again real soon.
Where is she at?
No doubt about it. She just messaged me. I think she is busy right now, but she got a chance to say hi. And excellent.
Dude,
We
the
have
hurt so
the reason I was
bad.
mentioning, we have
Ridiculous.
about 50 shows on iTunes, which you can only access about 20 of those at a time. But on Podbean, you can go back, and we have tons of episodes, if you'd so like to, that have been given
they would.
music
They
at
would
the
like
beginning
to.
and the end. Yes. And they've been choreographed, I guess you could say. Somewhat in my attempt at some vocal choreography, I guess. Just to have a little fun with it. But those are available also. Reason I'm bringing it up is we're probably going to cut the stream here soon. Jason has to get going, and
gotta
we've been
go
on
work.
for a little over hour. We will try to do the shows as often as we get the chance to, and we can record. We're also going to be streaming just gameplay for some fun here and there, as we could probably continue to do here, just for some fun. But for all intents and purposes, we needed to get a show recorded. We're glad you all could join us for that.
Super glad. So much gladness.
Before I ask the DSAC to show us the door, I was wanting to ask you guys just one question about the new economy. When we get to it, I predict there's not going to be anything else we can do other than suck it
How
up
did
and
that
take
not
it.
kill him. I don't understand it.
Do you believe that the new economy is going to be difficult enough that it's going to cause a real problem with getting new players, or do you believe this is just like so many others of our major concerns going to go by the wayside and we'll just get used to it? Tell me about this, guys.
Thank you for the $20 donation, John.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Twice in a game, isn't it?
Thank you very much.
Amazing. Alano, good night, man.
Very generous. Very generous. Yes. Yep.
The Griffin is not gay, but the Griffin is absolutely amazing.
Oh, Ryan, 1 hour mark. Thank you very much. Okay, that's right where we wanted to be. I appreciate it.
Look at him.
So tell me, guys, I asked you a question.
Look, this is awesome. I love these guys. Look at him.
I know, they do it every time I get my ass.
Do you see what they're doing?
Yes.
Oh my god, I love those guys, for real.
They get in a set. Okay, can you see it? You can't see it, Jason?
You have to rewind it. Rewind
They're
it.
getting in a line.
You'll have to rewind
Yeah.
it.
They're getting in a line. Who is that clan? Is that a clan that we
That's
know?
1%.
That's one.
See,
You've been gone for way too long. We got to fill you
That's
in.
Veritas. That's Veritas.
Yeah.
That's Veritas?
Yeah.
Yes, the 1%.
Oh, okay.
There are things. There are some things that we got to get you caught up on, my brother. All right, listen. Everybody's kind of keep babbling.
Man.
We're actually going to cut this short. So, if we could, Dr. Evil, when Battle of Titans, people. Okay, I understand. I'm get some of these. Griffin is not homosexual. Good to know. What about making all the weapons and bots level 5 from the start, since it takes so long to upgrade? No chance they do that in this realm. They do that with certain weapons already, but no chance they're going to extend that to others. For all intents and purposes, why have the numbering system at that point? But I get what you mean.
Yeah.
It's a good suggestion in the fact that you like it to be something everybody just doesn't get pissed about. And Big Daddy, I applaud your efforts on that, because there should be a way that the company is going to be fine and the players don't want to buy guns and take a trip to Russia to get their opinions expressed.
Mm-hmm.
And feel they want to feel like they've been heard so often. And even though they get word, a lot of what happens, the end results make us feel as if we've not been heard at all.
Okay,
I think that's one of the largest frustrations.
So one of the things that we have a community manager. We have a bunch of the YouTubers, and this is just for the English speaking YouTubers. We have a pretty decent sized group of small channels and large channels.
Quite a lot of us now, actually.
Yeah. And our manager, so this is in Spanish, this is with German, this is with all the different languages. But what they said was they wanted to know what your all's biggest beefs with the game is. The things that you guys notice and you guys complain about on a regular basis to us as the creators, the YouTubers. And we were to lay out the top 5 and be as specific as possible. And so all the other YouTubers did. I did mine, Jason, Higgles, Adrian, Manny, everyone did. And some had things that others didn't even know about. Others had things that was very common, that, you know, it was a trend that across every single person that put in their 5, some of them were in the same lists of other people. But they took those submissions and they took them directly to the people that actually make the decisions for the direction of everything in the game, and it went all the way up to the top. So they hear what you guys are saying. They do, whether it's shown the way that we want it to be shown. Like, we would want updates regularly on their website, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. Cover all the bases and cover every single social media platform, because not everyone is on every single platform. If they did that, I think a lot of fires would be extinguished. I think.
That's a great point. It really is. They need to unite us. Isn't that, I don't want to be too after school special or too, overly happy or overly optimistic. I guess I have no danger of that. But you want us to be a united community as much as possible. And we would love to be able to love the game in every aspect, including the people who do it, because there are other games that have that where they're like, they don't feel as if they're being bent over as badly. That's what I wish for this game. I wish that there was unity for everyone involved. I believe it can be done, and I think that that's part of the reason there's outrage at certain points, is that our community, including everybody in our chat and the couple thousand people that are going to see this, they all feel the same way, that their direction isn't one of unity. That's the way it feels, and it's very disheartening, if not way worse.
Yeah, I think it would be a lot better if we had that communication, because people are just left with speculating. Let me know how long the storm is that I'm in currently, because I don't like the way that I'm seeing things play out. I don't like the rain. I don't like the lightning, the thunder. It's freaking out my dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me know how long this storm is going to last, and I can deal with the rest of the time between now and the moment that the storm passes. So let me know when the next update is and what it's going to entail, because I'm looking forward to that thing that needs to be patched to get patched, or that thing to be buffed to be buffed, or nerfed, or whatever it is. You know, holler at us.
Jason,
you know?
what do you feel?
I mean, I feel the same way. I would love for them to be much more open about it. That would just that would disperse so much negativity in the community if they were just open about what they were doing and why they were doing it. That's all it would take. That's it.
Hey, T-Bolt. Sorry, you're getting in at the end of the show, buddy. Hi,
hey, what's up, Bolt?
Jerry.
Hey, good game, guys.
So you guys are getting we're going to be wrapping up the show soon, but we'll get it out there so you can see the rest of it. Just a few last minute things we were trying to get together. It is good to see you guys. I believe that we tend to be a little masochistic when it comes to the game, because we wouldn't have if we so much of this. It's almost as if, I guess both have touched on it, that you, and I guess this is a shout out to Rage Quit. You rage almost to the point where you're like, I'm going to keep playing, and I'm going to show them that I can play through, that they haven't nailed me down. I am still resilient. I still am here. And why is that necessary? I mean, to make us feel that way?
I'm not like that at all. I'm like, oh, I'm getting annoyed. I'm just gonna sit this down right now.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I get annoyed.
I just know
pissed.
that I get texts from my buddies that are like, I'm throwing my phone into the wall.
Man, I've been there a few times. I lose my schnitt.
Practice like you've never lost and play like you've never won. All right, Looney.
That's a good one, though.
But I'm going to call bullshit on this, because you've been watching too many shampoo commercials, dude. And, dance like nobody's watching.
I'm glad I'm not playing right now, because I'm dropping a lot of packets for some reason.
Increased thunder power. I hear it's coming. Looney, you are so awesome. You're the best. And Looney, we can't go too long without having him come by the show too. I have no hair. Looney, did you get a big old haircut? Well, we'll have to see your bald ass, that's for sure. I'd like to see that. As long as you still have the Yosemite Sam going on, I am good. Well, I'll tell you what. I think we've covered all we can cover.
Yeah.
Jason, thank you so much for trying to. I know summer's not over. Your schedule is still different.
Welcome back, bruh. Welcome back.
I know it's still not going to be a weekly thing, but any chance we can to get you with us, we're there. Hell, the show is something we just try to maintain as best we can. Joshua, do us a favor and show us the door.
All right,
nice
y'all.
door. Not the crappy door, the nice door.
The big door. The one that has double doors. The ones that you just open up and be like, at ease, everyone, please remain seated.
Made of solid mahogany.
Oh, my God. All right, y'all. We hope you, your friends, and family are happy, healthy, and safe. And until next time, we will catch y'all later. That's from Adrian. And a little bit of whatever the other YouTuber person
Sack.
was that was like cursing, but I wasn't going to add a curse word to it. All right, so have a blessed evening. Peace.
Peace.